Okay, I think we're good. 1 second. Let me share my screen. Can you see it? Okay, great. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your morning to come to this session. I know it's a very busy time of year. This should be relatively short. I want to do a demo of EBSCO's new natural language search feature. This is a new area for us that is kind of a delve into the AI way of doing things. It's not a complete AI search, but we are moving in that direction. And this is it's an evolving option. So we're interested in your feedback for something like this. This is something that can be turned on and off, and I'll show you how to get there in the interface. Going to be doing a demo through the Explorer interface. This is also available through EBSCO Host and EDS if you have it, but EBSCO Discovery Service, that is. So if you do have whatever questions you have, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll try to monitor that to the best of my ability as I do the demo, and then I'll check it, of course, towards the end. And hopefully we can get all your questions answered. But it's kind of an exciting new area for us, and the search yields a lot of different results depending on what you're searching for. And again, this is something that you can turn on and off in your admin portal. I believe for Digital Main it's turned on right now, so you'll see it pop up when you do searches, and I'll go through that. I also want to, before we start, I want to put a link in the chat so that you can access some additional information on the AI natural language search. So I'm going to send that off now. And it's a link to a page on our EBSCO Connect where you can find more information on some of the features and benefits to our resources. So that's you should be able to click on that link and have access. So this is just I brought up Explora for public libraries. I wasn't sure what the full audience would be today, but it's kind of the same across the board. My name is Mike James. I'm the director of sales for the U.S. and Eastern Canada, Eastern U.S. and Eastern Canada for K-12 and publics. And I've been working in the Northeast for as long as I've been with EBSCO, which is over 20 years. So this is a great new feature that we have for you. Hold on, there's some people still trickling in here, so I'll add them. Okay, so this is the Explorer interface. I'm just gonna, if you look here, there's nothing on the page right now, but if you go to the advanced search button, you can enable, if this is not enabled at your site, you can enable the natural search language in search options. So you just scroll down and you hit natural search language, and then you can do your search. Now, the thing with natural search language, it casts a very wide net in terms of the results you're looking for. If you don't have that feature turned on and you ask the search box a question, you may get no results until you turn it on. And I'll show that as an example. That just it kind of goes into the algorithm. So in order to engage in like a conversational kind of search, you have to ask it's you need to ask it a question, kind of like you would do with Chat GPT, even though that's a far more advanced AI. It's kind of the same functionality. So if I type in something like, what are the health effects of eating red dye? Put a question. And this is, as you see in the advanced search, this is a Boolean search, but we'll be able to do this from the main search page as well, and I'll show you that. So what comes up is you've got 250 results that deal with that question. If I turn it off, you don't get results because it's going based on the question that you ask it. And depending on what the topic is, you can get a significant amount of results. Like if you don't have it turned on, it's not going to search that way. It's going to search the way it was searching before, which is like the keyword and the way that you're used to EBSCO databases being searched. So when I do turn that on, it comes up. And an interesting thing to show with regard to natural language search is this show refined query. If I click on that, it'll show you how it got there. If you were to do a Boolean search and you combined, the ors and the ands in there, you would get similar results. We've tested it and done the searches, and a lot of times it's not the same results, the exact same anyway. So it's something you're going to want to play around with because it's a new area for us, and this is a constantly evolving search. It's going to be a little bit different, but the natural language search searches that way if you need to see how it got there. If you have curation turned on, this won't show up. I don't believe you guys do. I'm not sure. I don't think you do, but if you do, the show refined query won't turn up. So you get a significant amount of results. And this is, it's a pretty detailed question. If I go back to the beginning and I search, let's do test for diagnosing ADHD. If I search that, you're going to get 11 results. And that's if I didn't even turn on the natural language search. When you do a search, since it is turned on in your profile for Maine, you'll have this option. It's like a button that you press. You get 11 results based on the content you have access to. If I click on that, it widens it significantly. So it brings up 12,560 results across a lot of different databases and areas. Most of these are academic, but it's a significant amount more. If I go, I don't know if you're familiar with, this is another AI feature that we have. This is available in your databases now. It's not in every single database, but in something like Academic Search Complete, it's in there, or Master File. Generating AI insights. This is good for the new researcher, somebody that's new to using these products and wants kind of a general overview. It's a it's an AI generated bullet point list of the popular aspects of the article, so they can kind of see if it's something that they can delve in or they would want to delve into further or not. Just kind of summarizes it for you. This is good for from what we've showed out in our travels. A lot of like high school level students really like this when they're doing their research. So I want to encourage, like I said, this wasn't going to be a very long demo session. If you have any questions on this, we had showed this a few weeks ago, and we're asking for feedback because it is something that is evolving, and it's kind of a new area for us, but it's an exciting area for searching the EBSCO content. It's not designed to be a title or uh, a known item search. It's more for, if you're going to ask it a question and it's going to bring you results back based on that question, however detailed or general it is. So that's pretty much the way that you do it. And since it's already turned on for you guys, when you do a search, whatever it is you're searching, that button will show up. So you can always click on it and see if that yields better results for you. Or it should yield more results because it's more of it's a larger search. But So far, the feedback's been very positive. And, I welcome any questions now that you might have. As I had mentioned earlier, I put some additional information in the chat to, more descriptions about natural language search and how we come about with that. And, uh, the fact that it is, it's like a general AI and we're moving in that direction and that, will continue to get better and better. But we do welcome your feedback. So any questions you have, I'll leave the floor open. It doesn't look like there's any questions, Beth.
I'll
Did,
ask one. So you say this is based on AI, but not AI. Can you explain the difference?
yeah, I don't know if, but I assume everybody's at least tried Chat GPT. It's not as sophisticated as that. When I did the search and I showed the show query, you can kind of see how we got there, how it got there. And if you do that search in a Boolean search, you'll get similar results. They may be a little bit different, but for the most part, they'll be the same. Um, and that's where it's pulling from. It's almost like it's doing a version of a Boolean search based on your question. So that's the algorithm. And that may change. We have teams working on this and trying to make it better, trying to make it more refined. But for the time being, when you do a search, and I'll do it again one more time here. I click on that and then I click on the natural search button and it shows, see the refined query there. That's the basic version of how it searched it. If you were to put, if you were to do like an advanced search and with the three lines and the ands and the ors and combine those words in any order or whatever you wanted to do, you would get similar results. You may get more, you may get less, but it would be similar and you'd get a lot of the same results.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions? Anyone have any questions? Is this something you think you and or your patrons will use?
It's
See
nice.
the
Go on. I'm sorry.
I was I can definitely see the advantages of it making database searches more approachable. Do you envision any academic pushback on this as far as using it for academic research for papers or other assignments?
It's a great question. I since I don't cover academics, but I do cover the high schools who are starting, to develop the research techniques. Um, at least at that level, we see it as a very positive thing because kids are using Chat GPT and asking it questions. So if you have that kind of functionality inside of your research databases where you kind of want to direct them, that's a good thing. They can kind of work the way that they're working in AI in the content you want to kind of lead them to. So that functionality being available, I think is a positive thing. At the academic level, I think, we would absolutely welcome feedback as far as that's concerned. Honestly, I don't know since I don't cover it, but I can certainly ask because I know who does cover it, and we can see if there's been any feedback thus far. And you don't need a question mark. Um, I've just been doing it that way. You do get results either way. They may be different, but the question mark is just something that's habit.
And
If
then
you
one more question in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email in the group chat here. If it's something that is in like more academically driven as far as the question. I can get that answer for you because I do work with those folks. It's just not the area that I call on, but that feedback is extremely valuable. Yeah, I think the best thing, since it's brand new for the most part, is try it out. It's an option, it's nothing you have to use, but we need feedback on it too, to continue to improve it and make it better. And anything you have that you can give us, any information you have to give us is extremely valuable.
Okay. Any last questions, thoughts, comments? Oh, well, thank you, Mike. I think that was really helpful, a good introduction. And I look forward to yeah, to using it, testing it out.
Anytime, yeah. Beth, I'll check in with you in the coming weeks and see if you've had any like comments or feedback on it. Like I said, it is new. We are anxious to see what you guys think. From one thing I did learn about the academic market. I guess a lot of community colleges have used it quite a bit so far.
Great.
So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
But I want to hear from all areas. So whatever you can provide is, like I said, extremely valuable.
Great. Well, thank you. And once you get the this archive out, we'll send it out on our listservs and to all of the people who registered.
Okay. Yeah, the recording should be ready soon. I'll send it over to you.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Okay.
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
great day, everyone. Bye.